What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Quick little video. This is going to be probably, it has to be a series of videos because there's just so much data to go through. But when I am going to start this off, I guess the first video, what I'm going to say is that Blackrock, we know that they're major holders of AMC positions and that they have, we'd like to believe that they're going to ride this up with us. And I think that they will to a certain point. But I also think it's really important for us to understand that at the same time they have, long positions or hold a massive share position in AMC, they also kind of shoving the knife in our back at the same time. They are the biggest, or they're one of the largest, if not the biggest security lending participants that I can find, right? And so these guys, and I mean, this is what I'm looking at right here is just one SEC filing. And I'm hoping that as the year ends, we'll have a little bit of a better idea of how much volume or revenue their security lending business actually did. But if you want to go and follow me here, we'll take a look at this. So they are identifying themselves as the securities lending agent, which sometimes they can actually do. They'll act as the lending agent on behalf of themselves to lend out to other people. It's really crazy, and I'll try and break that down as we kind of move forward. But yes, they're lending out a piss ton of securities. Now, again, I'm not saying this is just AMC and GameStop. I mean, this is a big part of their business model, right? But how this works, and I think it's important for us to understand, is there's a lot of different things that they do. So number one, you could see, look, types of payments made on one or more securities lending agents and cash collateral managers. So they're doing a revenue sharing split. So I'd imagine that that and the cash collateral reinvestment kind of work hand in hand, right? So what they'll do is sometimes if a company is borrowing, let's say I'm going to borrow security from you guys, or I'm borrowing it from Blackrock, what they'll do is they'll say, okay, Randall, I need you to post this collateral to be able for us to lend you these securities. So, and a lot of times they're going to want 100%. And I was even reading that sometimes they'll want 102% to 111%. So people actually can over collateralize. And what they'll do, and there's a reason why I'll tie all this together. So they'll take this cash that I gave you as collateral, and they will go and reinvest it during the time that you're borrowing the securities. And then when you say, hey, I want my money back, you give us our securities back and we'll give you back. But that whole time we are making money with your collateral. Okay, that's nothing too surprising, right? But let's look at things like when we talk about Ortex, okay, or we talk about the cost to borrow fee. What we're looking at right here is a lot of times the lender will issue a rebate paid to the borrower, which sometimes could mute that cost to borrow fee, right? So you're actually making money, not crazy hand over fist cash. It's nothing like that, but you're actually not taking a hit. It's not becoming an expense to borrow these securities, right? And I'll be honest with you guys, I'll be pretty frank, that the majority of people that are going to be borrowing securities are going to be in some sort of short activity, right? Generally, people borrowing are using it to either, short a stock or to cover a short position. So it's kind of interesting to see. And then let's look at the monthly average of value of the portfolio securities on loan during the reporting period. So we're looking at, fucking $40 million right here, which is really, I mean, in the grand scheme of like how big Blackrock is, it's kind of a drop in the bucket. But this is just one of their funds. They have tons of them, right? Which is we're going to go over, hopefully the rest of this week, we'll have more and more of this come in to give you an idea of how big this lending business really is. So I just want you guys to keep in mind that, yes, they are long on some of our beloved stocks, right? And they hold massive positions, but a big core component of their business is the securities lending portion. And so they're definitely facilitating more shorts, in my opinion. But we're going to go over this more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the quick little video, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Love you long time. Peace.